So we're going a little bit further than I thought today. Card was not red. And I need to put gas in it now. So we'll do it quick. Fill up. And fuel economy. So here we go. Yeah, I'm going to go over to Dagny's and meet up with Samuel, who bought the blue bike from the first Royal Enfield ride. And he's enjoying the heck out of that thing, obviously. It's a cool bike. And then possibly he and I are going to ride up to Fabulous Burger and have breakfast with Matt, and then probably part ways. Every week, just about, I ask Matt, you want to go for a motorcycle ride? Right up to 5 dogs, shoot guns. Never goes. He gave me the same bullshit answer this week as every other week. Maybe, I don't know. Good stuff to do. Okay, cool. You know, don't go. He never does. And today, last night, at like 9 o'clock, go tomorrow. Didn't bite, so here we go. Alright, let's take a quick look at this. So 48.9 miles on the tank, 1.114 gallons of gas. We don't have to do a whole lot of math to know that this is just under 50 miles per gallon. So like 45 miles per gallon, whatever it actually is. Boop, boop. Anyway, yeah, well, that's all right. That's cool. That sucks. I kind of had the feeling that 70 was a little bit. I kind of had the feeling that 70 was a little bit ridiculous to think a bike like this would get that, but I kind of figured it'd be in the high 50s. 133 miles on this service. I'm 441.7, so on the way back from the range today, we will most likely roll over 500. I still plan on doing the 500 mile video, and until then, see you.
Thinks their couple of minutes is more important than your couple of minutes. One of the things I hate about this state. What I got going on is so much more important than what you got going on. So, as you can see, 500 miles on the clock. Just as we pulled into the gas station, I thought I was going to have to go around the block once. I thought I was going to have to go around the block once. Didn't have to do that. Right as I pulled in to the deal, it clicked over to the 00. And then here you can see how many miles I've got on this trip this morning. You saw me open with buying gas at this gas station. So, rode out to 5 dogs, rode back, went up to Dad's house, watched a movie, hung out with Dad. That was cool. Dad, shout out if you're watching. And then came back down 178. I'm on California and Oak. This is the Chevron I normally go to. Even when we had an electric car, came here to fill the tires up before I bought an air compressor. So, no, it is not a debit card. That's better 100 gas mileage. Just a second. Put this in real quick. So again, not a lot of math required. 58.3 miles on 0.986 gallons of gas. That's, you know, pretty close to 60 miles to the gallon. So the thing on, and you should take this to heed with all of the readings I'm showing you, I'm filling to the bottom of the flange and then kind of balancing it out there. That's not an exact science on the fuel economy. So the numbers are going to be up one time, down another. The real trick is on something this imprecise is to go the aggregate, do the average across many tanks, and that's your fuel economy. So do I think I got 60 this time? Probably not. Do I think I got less than 50 last time? Probably not. But it just gives you guys kind of an idea what's going on. So anyways, you saw 500 miles. Woohoo! According to the manual, I can now open the bike up to 6,000 RPM. I'm going to be honest, coming down, I did a little bit. So what I'm going to do is put you on the helmet right now, and we'll go for a little bit of a ride around town where we go above the 4,000 mark. That's something I've only done a couple of times and just for a moment. And now, according to the manual, we can start opening it up a little bit more. Get my glasses back on. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, let's turn this bad boy back on. Oh, I got my key in backwards. Oh well. So as you saw, 500 miles on the clock. And that's our trip for the tank. Reset that real quick. Too cool. Oh. Start burning some gasolinas. So yeah, let's see what this thing can do. 6,000, here we come. This is gonna be like Chuck Yeager breaking the sound barrier. Not really, but oh, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna make me happy anyway. Alright, here we go, guys. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. To quote Jeremy Clarkson, power! Oh, yeah. And that is just smooth power delivery. Excuse me, I'm drooling all over myself here. I spit in the helmet. Alright, so 500 on the clock. We're gonna run it up. I'm not gonna crank the throttle so friggin' hard that I'm overly stressing the engine. Oh wow. I'm not gonna crank it so hard that I'm overly stressing the engine. I am gonna still kind of keep it down around the 50% mark on throttle ish. We'll give it a little bit of beans, see how it does. But just that little bit. Once you get past 4, you can, as you're cranking up towards 6, it's just laying on more and more, and it's just going. And that is so cool. I said up till 5 I wasn't going to do any downshifting, and I'm still not going to do that really hard. I don't want to over rev the engine, but now that it's past the 500 mark, I'll probably be downshifting a little more. I'll read that in the book again just to make sure. That downshifting may just be in my head too, so. Oh, so many people. So many people in a big busy city. They only stop like that when you're behind them. Okay, that's keeping it under 4. Let's get it up there, huh? So smooth. So smooth. Like I said, I'm not really tearing into it too bad. Yeah, because I've had my turn signal on the whole time, dude. Cool, we're doing 65. Okay, turn signal off. Let's get going again. 70. We're at 5,000 RPM. Yeah. 6th gear. Oh, yeah. Give it a little bit more. 5,000, and 5,000 is smooth. I can see cruising at this. I'm doing 70. Let's shut that up because that is loud. Ah, aggravation. Okay, there we go. Let's take it up to 55. Oh yeah, we're doing 80. I don't want to go that fast. I'm not wearing leathers, and that's a ticket just waiting to happen. Yeah, I'm doing 75, 80, and just a touch over 5,000. So now the wind is starting to kind of kick the bike around a little bit, and it's not as stable as I would like. It's floating in its own suspension, so to speak. Yeah, let's keep it down below 75. That's pretty good, and it's not bad. And if you just park your butt a little further back on the bench seat, oh, my mouth is drying out. You're leaning into the thing, and the arches of my feet go on the outside edges of the foot pegs, guys. Later, those are foreigners, and it's got some go. That is just too cool. So that was an overtake. I'm still under 55. I'm gonna go ahead and run it back down. That's good. That's good. Oh, that's plenty of power. So I give it a little more beans than I said. It had a little more go there. I'll tell you, it is lacking in the power department a little bit. There is a point where you just don't have a whole lot more go, and like I'm used to the BMW. I'm used to the BMW where, you know, yeah, you're up there in it and you're getting after it, and you can still put more on because it's got plenty to give. Lean it over a little bit. Put some power in it. Nice. Oh, yeah. And it sounds awesome. It sounds between 4 and 6. Oh, my God. The exhaust on this thing is great. It's quiet when you're going slow and smooth and you're keeping the RPMs low. I'm doing 55 already. That's not cool, dude. That is great. That is so great. Oh, this bike is so much fun. It has got some go. I mean, look at that. 50 to 55. That was a little. Like I said, I'm going to be honest with you. It's slower than what I'm used to. The Harley just jumps up in it. The BMW is the same way. You can pull the front wheel up in 3rd gear on that BMW. It has been so hard. It has been so, that sounded awesome. Sorry to the homeless guys back there if you ever log on to YouTube and you see me and I didn't, wow, that's a lot of animal control people and police cops. Wow, that is awesome. And if you're shifting properly and keeping it up there over 4,000, you've got all kinds of power. More than I would have thought. I'll be honest with that. Yeah, more than I would have thought. I didn't think this bike was going to be like... not only did I not think it was going to be a powerhouse. Whoop, that's a bump. I knew it wasn't going to be a powerhouse. But... that's 50 already. It takes it a second or two to get up there, but I knew it wouldn't be a super powerful bike, and I kind of like that. But I didn't think it was going to have that much go past the 4,000 mark. It's like it gets a second wind, I'll put it like that. Oh, just fantastic. Oh, yeah, we hit that gear. Just fantastic. Again, I didn't get this bike to go drag race. I didn't get it to blow the doors off everything at every stoplight. I got it just to putter around town. And I've been meaning to make this point in a video for a while now. Oh, that's fun. That is so much fun. We're doing 60. Don't do 60. That's too fast. So, that was awesome. That is awesome. So, yeah, I've been meaning to make this point for a minute, and I may as well make it now. I said in the Classic 500 video where I rode Samuel's bike. Shout out Samuel. He bought that bike. That was so cool. I was looking forward to seeing you today, buddy, but that's all right. We'll catch up on the next one. Anyway, in the video where I was riding the BMW to go to ride Samuel's bike, you jerk. Anyway, I shouldn't have cussed. Anyway, I was on the BMW. I was on my way to go to ride that blue Classic 500, and I made the point, the purpose for the BMW. And my purpose was to do the big camping trips and go on the long road trips. That was my long distance bike. That was my, you know. And I said that was as close to dad jeans as I was ever going to get. That was my Honda Goldwing. That bike was my Honda Goldwing. I can't bring myself to go get the big cruiser Harley. I can't bring myself to do that. The bagger, that's what they call them, a bagger. I can't go get the big Dyna, the bagger. I don't want to do that. It's a car. That's a car on two wheels. Oh, that water feels so good. The air cools down, you know. Yeah, so that's a long way to conversate about that. To say this, that bike was my Goldwing. That was my bagger. That was my. Oh my God! They got 500 people in this thing. Yeah, power, baby. I love it. I love it. This is awesome. This is awesome. Oh man, this is so awesome. So, oh, I should show you that. I'll do that in another video. I learned something on that too. Anyway, I really like the Gold Wings. They're cool bikes. That BMW was as close to that as I can get. That was my dad Gene's bike. And you're up to 40 that quick. This is great. This is great. Something else that I really like, and I'm hoping that I can do like I did with these Royal Enfields with the Vespas. I really like the little Vespa scooters. I think they're cool as heck. And I say little, I like the 300s. They look cool. They look like they'd be a lot of fun. Am I gonna go buy one? No. No. You know, if you're not familiar with Bakersfield, this is the Okie. This is the Texas of Southern California. This is the Texas of California. How's it going? Anyway, oh, it's hot. Anyway, yeah, this is, everybody's got to drive a pickup and all that junk. Well, it's not really, but you know, a lot more people have pickups than really need them. That's the thing with that. This is a hick town, and I don't care how big of a city it becomes. It will always be Bakersfield. It will be Okie West. It will be Texas of California. This is a conservative city. The city itself isn't anymore, really. Enough people have moved up from Los Angeles that the city itself is not. But Kern County as a whole is a bright red spot in the middle of a blue state. Anyway, for a grown man to ride a Vespa around the streets of Bakersfield, could a grown man do it in New York City? Yeah, absolutely. Would anybody question anything or tease him, or, you know, no. That would be absolutely a socially acceptable thing to do. And for the most part, I really don't care what people think. If I like it, we got to do that? Jerk. You know, I don't care who you are. You don't want to be laughed at wherever you go. So, a 6'4", 40-something-year-old man pushing 50, putting around on a Vespa is going to be mocked, ridiculed, laughed at, etc. And yeah, there's to a degree, I don't care what other people think. But then there's a point where oh, that sounds so good. I don't like In-N-Out, but those burgers smell so good right now. Oh, that sounds so good. I know you can't hear that. Well, maybe you can. We'll see. We'll see in the playback. I'm gonna stop. No foot down. Oh, that was awesome. So yeah, as much as I like those little Vespas, as cool as I think they are, any European city, I can get away with it. New York, yeah, I can get away with it. Los Angeles, it's too big. I'm going to be honest there. It's a little too big. Los Angeles is, but yeah, I haven't rode the bike, so I really don't know. Oh, this sounds so good. Anyway, the point is am I going to ride a Vespa in Bakersfield at my age and as tall and oversized as I am? No. Oh man, this bike sounds good. And that right there feels awesome. I wish everybody was running their sprinklers right now. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm not gonna ride a Vespa. I kind of already laid it out why I wanted this. This is a good around town bike. I can dink around town on this and have fun with it. I can run out to the range on it. That's okay. My butt is numb by the time I get there. There's no stop sign here. By the time I get there, my butt's numb. My right arm is numb. I need a throttle lock. I need to upgrade the seat just a little bit. I'm thinking seat concepts. I don't know. We'll find out. But long distance, even over to the coast, I seriously doubt it. But, you know, I don't know. We'll see. It just depends. It just depends. Right now, no. I wouldn't do that. I can't imagine needing to change those exhausts out. They sound so good. And just for around town, up to 5,000 is fine. You don't have to go to 6. Ah, what a great bike. What a great bike. So yeah, the BMW was as close to Bagger, Harley, Honda Goldwing, Dad Jeans, Grandpa motorcycle as I can get, or ever will get. Since SF's kind of out of the picture for me doing those kind of rides, don't need that bike anymore. Good news on that, it might actually be selling here pretty quick. Somebody is seriously interested in it, apparently. So as close as that bike is to those kind of bikes for me, this bike is as close as I would ever get to a Vespa. My uncle always kind of jokingly, tongue-in-cheek, referred to his motorcycles as scooters. When he was living in LA, he had a Honda. I think it was a VMAX. I'm not sure. He always had really cool bikes, and he always called them scooters. Which is funny because, you know, they were not scooters by any shape of the imagination. They were cool bikes, and he was a big, cool dude. And for a big, cool dude to ride a big, cool motorcycle and refer to it as scooter was, you know... yeah, you know, it's just he was being funny. He was good at that. And I'd say he was. I just don't talk to him very often anymore. He's still alive. He's probably not watching this. I imagine he's got better stuff to do than watch my YouTube videos. But anyway, this is a scooter to me. And as ridiculously large as I am on it, there's not a whole lot of tongue-in-cheek going on when I say that. So, yeah, this is as close as I'll probably ever get to a Vespa. I do want to test ride them because they look cool. I think they're interesting. Tell me whatever you think about that in the description if you want down there, or in the comments. I mean, tell me I'm a goober. That's fine. But the Vespas look cool to me. They look like they'd be fun. I would ride a Vespa. Not here, but this is like having a Vespa in my mind. It's that kind of a bike. It's just a small put around town bike, and it's not super comfortable, but it gets the job done. And this has a whole other kind of cool to it. I don't want anybody to think that I'm calling this a Vespa or equating it to a Vespa. I'm just saying for purpose of use, it's kind of like that to me. I like that the wheels are full size on this. You ride over the bumps a little bit better. I think I mentioned that in the last video. The suspension is smoothing out, and it's not getting softer, it's just smoothing out. The rebound is happening a lot better in it. It's eating some of these bumps a little better. It's giving me more control as I'm going. It's improving. It's breaking in, and that's good. That it's changing that quickly, I don't know. We'll see how long it lasts. It's one of those things I might upgrade it anyway after we get it paid off. Am I going to go sink $1,000 Olin's money into it? Probably not. Alright, lay off it, John. This bike sounds so good. Oh, this is so cool. Kick it down around 3. I definitely won't be getting no 60 miles to the gallon on this tank. You can wind it up a little bit more. And I still haven't given it all the throttle. I did a little, but I came pretty close to it, I think. But I don't want to hurt the motor. Oh, what a great bike. I say it's a little run around town. It's a scooter, and not literally, just like in the way that Uncle Jim talked about motorcycles as being a scooter, kind of tongue in cheek and kind of excuse me. That is my purpose of use for this bike. That's the reason I got it, was just to kind of scoot around town. So, well, there you go. You got to see me for the first 12.8 miles, run it around a little bit harder. .45. I love it. You got to see me go a little bit harder. You got to see it go up to the 6,000 mark. That was just too cool. That made me happy. You got to see some fuel economy numbers again. I hope this was entertaining. I hope it wasn't boring to you. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it informs you as to what you can expect on this bike. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Third, or is it fourth? Should be second. Yeah. Oh man, 50 in third gear. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.